When we click on the biospectrogram icon on the desktop, license window opens. When you accept the license window, a message appears telling you that the license has been accepted. When you click OK, it will ask you for your total RAM. Enter your total RAM, then click OK. The biospectrogram window will open. The various options available are display, import and fetch for data collector, encode for encoding, transform for transforming, and export and plot for exporting and plotting your output. Window analysis option is also available. Other miscellaneous functions available are home, back, manual sequence, preferences, where you can set your various preferences like fonts. Just when we click on preferences, various options are seen here. You can change any of them and click OK. Thereafter, internet is used for checking your internet connectivity. Your internet connection is up. So first of all, you would like to start off by downloading a DNA or a protein sequence. For that, you will click on fetch. It will display a note. After reading it, click OK. Then it will ask for accession number of the DNA sequence. Enter accession number. I am entering accession number NC001802, which is of HIV virus. When we click on OK, a dialog box will be displayed indicating that it is fetching. Now it has fetched already. Click on OK. Both the files are fetched and their paths are displayed, and the file will be displayed in the upper pane, as you can see here. Now you can encode this entire sequence. This will be FASTA file will be highlighted in the first drop down menu. In the next option, you can select various encoding schemes. As you can see, for testing purpose, we are selecting indicator encoding. Clicking on OK, it will ask for which character to be encoded. If you select A, A will be encoded as 1 and rest of them will be encoded as 0. And message will be displayed indicating that the file has been generated along with its path. And it will also be displayed in the lower pane, as you can see. You can resize the panes as and when you want. Thereafter, you can click on the transform button. As you see, the name of the file you just encoded will be first in the first drop down menu. You can apply various transformations on it. Here, as you see, the codes, first few characters is the same as accession number, and the next one, as you see, is the encoding code. You can see various encoding codes by clicking on convention. As you can see here, naming conventions from help menu. When you click on it, a PDF file will be displayed indicating various conventions of the namings of encodings and transformations. So this will be handy and you can refer to it at any time you want. Now when you click on the transform button and you want to perform a fast Fourier transform on the indicator encoded file of HIV virus, you click on OK and transforming will be displayed here. After the transformation file, completion message will be displayed here. Clicking on OK, the encoded file will be displayed in the upper pane and the transformation output will be displayed in the lower pane. Now you can export this file using export button. Now you can export encoded file or the transform file. Here we have already created the transform file, so we'll export the transform file. We'll select the transform file from the menu and then click OK. A MATLAB script will be generated which will plot the transform file and its path is shown here. Now as you can see, there's a display button. You can display any of the files you want. Suppose I want to display the GeneBank file. You can select the GeneBank file, click on OK, and the file will be displayed here. You can also import file which can be at any destination on desktop or in the history folder. When you click the import file, the history folder will be on by default. You can also import the file from any other folder by browsing from here. Here I select the user.abc and user_abc file, and it is imported. And as you can see, file is uploaded to the history fetch folder, and it will be displayed here successfully. Now you can also use a manual sequence option. You can, first of all, you need to select a sequence, any sequence you want. If you want a subsequence of the displayed sequence, you can select it, copy it, and in the manual sequence paste it and click on OK. You can give a file name test, and it will be saved as user_test_faster. Now you can use this file to do encoding, transformation, etc. So you can use indicator encoding. Many options are there. Thereafter, NCBI updates. It updates all the files in the history folder from the NCBI website. It checks if they are up to date or not. It downloads them and replaces the old files. So this notice will be displayed here. When you click on OK, the confirmation button will be asked. Confirmation will be asked you whether you want to continue with it or not. If you click on yes, it will update all the files. It will download if the files are not up to date, and history will be updated successfully. Now you can also see there is a switch to AA button. AA stands for amino acids. When you click on it, we go into the amino acids mode, and as you can see, fetch, window and NCBI updates are disabled. These features will be supported later. Right now you can import any file, you can display any protein file, and so on. When you click on display, user prot.faster is shown. You can click on OK, and it will be shown here. You can perform various tasks on it. You can perform encoding. You can click on display. You need to display the GenBank file. You can see that there are some proteins here. You can just copy any protein, a subsequence of the protein from here. After switch to amino acids mode or the protein mode. Thereafter you can go to manual sequence, paste it here, click on OK, give the name test1, and it will be saved. Now you can perform any of the operations, encoding, transform on this subsequence. Like various options available here are indicator encoding, electro-ion encoding, and random real value encoding. Suppose we choose random real value encoding. It will ask if you want to enter the values. If you don't enter, I click on no, and random values will be generated, which will be displayed here. Once it is over, you can see successfully generated message will be displayed. Thereafter, the file will be displayed in the lower pane. So you can also, all the encoding, whatever A is mapped to 0.06, C is mapped to 5.2, that you can see in the bracket the first line of the file which is generated, so that you know which AC, GD, etc. are mapped to which real numbers. You can see from the first line. Thereafter you can go to encode. I already encoded, so we can go to transform. This is the file which we encoded. You can apply fast Fourier transform on it, and the file will be generated successfully. Thereafter you can, in the similar fashion, export it, export transform file. You can choose to export it, and the file will be successfully. You can go to this path, open this file in MATLAB, run it, and it will plot the output of the particular transform which you have selected. Thereafter there is also a back button which will take you to the previous display on both the panes in case you want to refer to the previous sequence, as in our case currently. You also have a home button. Home will take you to the display of the latest downloaded file, as you can see here, HIV virus which we downloaded the latest. All these options we have already seen. We go back to DNA mode. There is also a clear history option. If you click yes, all the history will be deleted. Right, I'm not deleting it. Thereafter there are tools and help menu. Tools menu has almost the same options as there are buttons, as you can see here. There is an exit button which will close the entire application. Other than that, all the buttons are there already displayed. In the help menu, you have the user manual option. If you click on it, user manual will be displayed and you can refer to various things there if you are not sure how to use it. There is a software update option. When you click on it, it will take you to the home page of the download for the software. So if there are any updates, you can download it from there. Naming conventions we already saw. If we click on about, it will show various version of the current software, the website, that's the home page, and it will show the credits. If you click on credits, you will see the whatever contributions are there. So this is pretty much all about the software.